Okay, hello, this is Sam Pollock, student number 101279608. We'll be showing off exercise 11 for Unity Engine. This time we're working on AI behavior. So I'll start by both showing it in action and explaining a bit of the AI design here. So, as before in these labs, we've got monkey guy. He runs into the grass here. He enters a random encounter zone, and that random interval, there we go, we're in an encounter. Then monkey clicks an ability and uses one, and the goblin uses an ability during his turn. Now the way that the AI is working here has the enemy has 4 abilities in this ability array, and then he has an action deck, which is set up by the designer, which has any number of integers representing the associated ability in the ability array. So I stacked it here with a 0, a 1, a 2, and 2 3s. And then as the monkey takes his turn, takes the top ability off the deck and uses the associated ability. And that will go all the way through his deck, and then it shuffles the discard back into the action deck. Now, I could see this being used as a pretty versatile artificial intelligence thing because it's a simple matter of just adding more abilities in here to change the weighting. And then in designing the abilities, it's easy to imagine abilities which add or remove new things to the deck, or things that shuffle at different times to change the behavior. And as for how that works, obviously most of it ended up here in this encounter enemy. So now I have a boolean tracking whether the enemy has taken their turn, and I need that because I check whether it's their turn if they've taken their turn, and then I invoke his take turn. I'm using that so that he doesn't take his turn immediately, so there's a bit of delay after the player uses their turn, as if the enemy is thinking to choose this ability. And then once the ability is chosen, we're using that, we're invoking take turn, which is this function here, which shuffles the action deck, which is that array, and then it uses the ability by drawing something from the action deck. And so my draw function is here, which pulls the top item off of the input list, adds it to the discard list, and then checks if the input list, which is the ability list in this case, is empty, and if it is, shuffle it back in and remove the discard deck. And then as for shuffling, it's just a simple one where it takes in the list, then for each item in the list, sets out a new position. And finally, we've got the enemy's usability, which starts the encounter UI go routine just like the player does to display the text of their ability, and then passes the turn back and resets the has taken turn. Okay, so that's it for this one. Thanks, Joss. I'll see you next week.